beware, beware. This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio. And we are, as always, proud, very, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Monday morning to everybody. What a great day. And I got to tell you, you know I'm not real religious. Little spiritual, I guess. But I talk about this election, all these elections coming up. Well, these asswipe, ignorant son of a bitches, including me. I'm not going to let this crap run or ruin my life. That's the problem. This politics is all-encompassing. You know, politics are about getting elected, helping the people out, not making it a career opportunity, not trying to get all the money you can get and all the pensions you can get at the backs of the hardworking taxpayers. But you see these true consummate politicians, these career politicians, that's all they think about. That's all they do. It consumes their whole life. Well, it's not going to consume my life. We're running for an election, people, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, and we need your support. We need Democratic support, Republican support, men, women, black, white. We need everybody's support to stop this culture of corruption. It's not about a party. It's about an activity. These guys aren't true Democrats that are up there at St. Clair County. They're thugs. They're punks. They're political punks. They're thugs. They give the good Democratic Party a bad name. My mother, my father were strong Democrats in the real Democratic Party. Not this culture of corruption crap where everybody that's got a name bear Civic or Sprague or Flood, this idiot, Sam Flood, you remember that ignorant son of a bitch back in the day? All these son of a bitches, all they care about is jobs for their family and close friends. And Senator, well, Claiborne, got a lot of jobs for a lot of his friends, but apparently all his friends are just lady friends. Hell, I don't blame him, but you people understand. And we're not stupid. We're not stupid by any means. But we keep letting it go and letting it go. Say, I'm not going to let it go. We're going to fight the fight. And somebody said, hey, Romanik, you may win. The polls are showing that you guys are really close, that it could be a good year. Be a good year for you guys, he told me. I said, it ain't a good year for us guys. It's a good year for the people. Because the people are the one going to benefit. Roger Cook's not going to make it a career. I'm not going to make it a career. Carl Officer, Ed Cockrell, we're not going to make it a career. It's service to the community. And I know, Bob Romanik, he's a felon. He's a bad guy. And I am a felon. And I can be a bad guy at times. But I can be your worst enemy or your best friend. And if I go to Springfield, I'm going to be your best friend. I bounced this off a friend of mine, and he says, maybe I better think about it. But I can't think about it. These bastards, now even Trump. And I'm not saying who I'm for or against, because I'm not a hypocrite. I say vote the person, not the party. And you heard me Friday. The only ones that benefit from this organized politics is the organizational people, the big shots, the 1 or 2% at the top. 98% of the Democrats don't benefit from the Democratic organization. 98% of the Republicans don't benefit from the Republican organization. It's that 1 or 2%. And that 1 or 2% are the people that are killing us in this country. They keep control. They keep control of these political offices. I don't give a damn about Democrat behind your name or Republican. I give a damn about what's in front of you, what you're thinking about, what you're going to do, not where you've been. You can't change where you've been. I can't change where I've been, but I sure the hell can change where I'm going. And I go to Springfield, I'm going to go to disrupt those ignorant bastards. Democrats, Republicans don't give a damn. But getting back to Trump, now all of a sudden Trump's saying, and I don't really, Hillary's not my favorite choice either, but Trump's starting to pander to the crowd. Oh, I love Hispanics. Well, he didn't love them whenever he was running in the primary. You want to build a wall. I think that's a good idea. We're all immigrants from somewhere, but we all got here. Our families got here the right way, took the right procedure. We all became Americans. We're all one. Can't bring people in from all these other countries and just throw them into the mix. We got to put them through the system, people, so we can monitor what's going on. We've got all this terrorist activity. We don't know what the hell's going on. And I go for Trump when he says, let's keep the Muslims out for a while. Why the hell wouldn't you when it's all these Muslims? It's not the good Muslims. There's a lot of good Muslims. It only takes one Muslim to screw things up. So if it gets that bad, what the hell's wrong with saying, hey, at this point in time, no more Muslims until we get this straightened out? It's not a racial statement. It's not a racist statement. It's a real statement. You know, people want to be politically correct, and I don't give a damn. But I tell you, I will not pander to my voters. You guys know where I've been. I think you know where I'm going. I'm going to go crazy on all of them. I don't give a damn about Rauner. Don't give a damn about Madigan. Don't give a damn about the politics in Springfield. I give a damn about my people in the 114th Legislative District. I don't want to kiss anybody's ass. I ain't taking no money. And by the way, I will not pander. And I say this with all due respect. And hopefully you people understand. Because these son of a bitches will get out there, they'll hug your baby, they'll kiss your baby, they'll tell you what you want to hear during election time. They're going to do this, they're going to lower taxes, less crime, better schools, more jobs. They all say that, and it never gets done. I'll tell you, I'll fight. I'll fight for the good people of the 114th Legislative District, but what I won't do, I won't cut your grass for a vote. I won't kiss your ass for a vote. And if that pisses you off, then please don't vote for me. But you know how these politicians pander. They'll tell you whatever you want to hear. And then every election, it's always the same. It's always the same. And it's usually, especially in St. Clair County, the same people. Don't we understand? Don't we understand what's going on? We've got some callers. Go ahead. Let's take some callers. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hey, Bob, it's Mike Bittner. How are you?
Hey, Mike Bittner, the alderman from Ward 2 of Belleville, fighting the good fight for the people of Belleville. Thanks for the call, Mike. What's going on in your world?
Hey, well, I just want to, let you know it's 1 year anniversary today. We've been in business here at Nanny Lou's Kitchen for 1 year, and despite all the grief that the city of Belleville has been giving me and the mayor and Lindenwood University, now I'm finding out that they're trying through their citizens of or friends or citizens for Lindenwood, Alex Innert, who is trying to tell people and has posted on Facebook for people not to come in the restaurant. But in spite of all that, we've been here a year and business is good. And I want to thank you for all your support over the last year. You've been a true friend and a true, you've been here a lot, supporting the business, supported me in the election. And I just want people to know that we're still here and invite them all down there.
Hey, Mike, let me tell you, I got to say, you're a stand-up guy. You do have a business in Belleville, and Nanny Lou's at 20th and West Main. It's not a commercial. You guys got the best food, reasonable prices. I don't know why people wouldn't come in. And I think you're getting more people that understand that, more people are coming in for the good service, because contrary to what these politicians think, Mike, these people aren't led by these politicians anymore. If a politician tells them not to do something, they're probably going to do it. And I'm going to tell you also, I want to salute you for your fight, not against Lindenwood, but your fight against all the crap that's going on in that neighborhood out there. See, people don't understand, Mike, that Lindenwood is a good thing, but when they bring these students in who don't live here, who are here for just for the school year, they're going to burn pallets. They're going to sit out front. They're going to drink beer. They're going to disrupt the neighborhood like I did when I was in college. You probably did. Everybody did. That's why there should be college campuses. Lindenwood does not have a college campus. It's got a college wrapped around a community, a neighborhood, and you're not fighting against Lindenwood. You're fighting, and I know this, and you can explain it if you will, you're fighting to help the neighbors who've lived there forever, who want to stay there, who want to work with and live alongside the university, but are not going to be harassed and intimidated out of their neighborhood.
And that's true, because if the mayor and the city administration would have done what the citizens and the residents had asked, to limit the number of kids to 3, just like we do with any landlord here in town, 3 unrelated adults, no more than that in a home, as long as they're in a residential neighborhood. There's on my block alone, on our block alone, we have 7 houses that are now owned by Lindenwood. 5 people chose to stay. 5 families, 5 tax-paying families decided to stay. And there's another rumor going around, a nasty rumor spread by Alderman Puza's daughter, Julie Puza, and Alex Ennert, and the mayor is spreading this rumor that Diane Rogie had an offer on her house, and that's why she's putting up this fight, and why I'm fighting for the residents, because Lindenwood didn't offer the price that she wanted. And that's a total fabrication. I don't know where the mayor came up with that. And they keep spreading this misinformation. Diane, myself, and 4 other families wanted to stay on the block, wanted to live here, and we wanted to keep our home. It's been totally devastated. The housing prices have tanked. These houses that Lindenwood buys are coming off the tax rolls, so they're not paying taxes anymore. And that tax burden is going to be passed off to the residents that stay. So none of us ever said that Lindenwood being here was a bad thing. We don't want Lindenwood to go anywhere. We just want Lindenwood to play by the same rules as everybody else. Yeah, and it would have been a fair way to do things. It would have been the right way to do things. But we have poor leadership at City Hall. We have a mayor that has sold out the residents and is basically just sold out to Lindenwood University.
I agree. Hey, Mike, thanks for the call. Nanny Lou's, 20th and West Main in Belleville. Great food, great coffees. Come by. We're usually there after the show. Come by and talk to us. Come by and talk to Mike. He's a great guy with a great business, fighting for the people of Belleville. Mike Bittner, thank you very much, sir. Alderman Ward 2, Belleville, Illinois.
Thanks, Bob.
That's the problem. One of these politicians, hey, I don't like this guy. So we could have had ads on this radio station. Notice we don't have a lot of ads because we don't care. We're not kissing anybody's ass. I've had people, well, if you'll back off the mayor, we could do some advertising, Bob. We'd love to. You got a great radio station, great music. People listen all over. But we don't want to make these politicians mad. I say drive over to Jefferson Barris Memorial Cemetery and look at those brave veterans who died to give me the right to speak free. And these no good son of a bitch and ass white bastards are going to intimidate people? I say, bull crap, you no good son of a bitches. Let's take care of our community service. And we want to talk about C.J. Barra Civic, all the money he's got, not got. We're going to talk about Bob Sprague, Garrett Harner. How these people, they're fighting for the blacks, they say, down in East St. Louis, because the blacks always help get them elected, the good blacks below the hill, the proud black community. But now they're fighting a lawsuit against the proud blacks. What hypocritical son of a bitches these bastards are, and we'll talk about that, but let's take care of our housekeeping first. Community Breakfast Buffet coming up Sunday, June the 5th from 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. It'll be prepared by the Women of the Moose. It'll be held at the O'Fallon, Illinois American Legion, located at 109 North Penn Street in O'Fallon, Illinois. The Wood River Kiwanis Club, their annual barbecue, June the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. That'll be at the Wood River Kiwanis Club. Coming up this Saturday, Head East, the great local band who made it big time. They'll be playing at the American Legion Post 480 in Steelville, Illinois. It says, come out and rock for veterans on Memorial Day weekend. Again, held on May the 28th. Doors open at 6. VIP meet and greet at 7 p.m. If you have any questions or concerns, I think there's some more tickets available. You can contact their president, Don Hoss Gates. It's 618-599-3922. The radio station will be there. We'll have a great time. The Knights of Columbus Car Show coming up Sunday, May the 29th. Their 27th annual Knights of Columbus Car Show at the Gillespie Civic Center in Gillespie, Illinois, located at 115 North Macoupin. Registration from 8 to 12:30. Professional judging start at 12:30. So if you want to get involved, you can contact 217-835-2268 for any more information. And I want to sincerely thank Bill Tallman. He puts on a hell of a car show for the Knights of Columbus up in Macoupin County, up in Gillespie, Illinois. Thank you very much. American Legion Post, yesterday was the 22nd, so that's no good. Coming up Memorial Day weekend, May the 29th and May the 30th, Sunday and Monday. Valhalla Gardens of Memory will be, and they're on Frank Scott Parkway, close to Route 15. They always have their flags out. What a beautiful display honoring our brave military. And it says that they want to make sure that the veterans shall never be forgotten. They sought not glory, but our country's good. So that'll be this Sunday and Monday, celebrating Memorial Day at the Valhalla Gardens of Memory. They're going to have over 1,500 casket-sized flags will line the avenues, and over 300 small flags. So if you can get by and take a drive through, I think it'll be very, very, very inspiring. The Benel's 63rd annual Italian American Days coming up this Friday through Monday. They have free spaghetti one night up there. They've got great bands. It's held in Benel, which is right outside Gillespie in Macoupin County. And Chic and everybody up in Macoupin County, we want to say hi again. But it's Benel's 63rd annual Italian American Days coming up this Friday, May the 27th through Monday, May the 30th. Have a great time. The radio station will be there. Hope you guys can make it. You can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and/or the Grim Reaper of Radio. Go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com. One word, common spelling, for the best of all three of our great radio stations. Listen to me, my repeat performance every day, Monday through Friday at 4 o'clock p.m. And now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night at the stroke of midnight. Like us on Facebook, KQQZ 1190 AM or KZQZ 1430 AM. You can go to my Facebook, Fans of the Grim Reaper, and don't ever forget St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook, because they've got all the political cartoons. They've got everything that you want to know about politics in St. Clair County and the surrounding areas. On this date, May the 23rd, 1785, Ben Franklin wrote a letter that he had invented bifocals, making it unnecessary to carry two pairs of glasses. On this date, May the 23rd, 1873, the Canadian Mounties were formed. They were originally called the Northwest Mounted Police. On this date, May the 23rd, 1934, Bonnie and Clyde were shot and killed. On this date, May the 23rd, 1955, the ordination of women ministers was approved by the General Assembly of the Presbyterian Church. On this date, May the 23rd, 1984, Surgeon General C. Everett Koop said that smoking was costing the United States $40 billion a year in health expenses and lost productivity. On this date, May the 23rd, 1988, Maryland announced that it would become the first state to ban cheap, easily concealed pistols. The ban became effective January the 1st, 1990. That's what happened on this date. May the 23rd, throughout all these years in our world's history. I want to say hi to Tim Elmore. I met some great people yesterday at the American Legion in Granite City for APA, Animal Protective Agency fundraiser, and I want to thank you guys for being so nice. These guys were just extremely nice, and want to say hi to Greg Tyndall. Want to also say hi to Frank Dunner Jr. and Buzz Bulla. They're all from Granite City, and it's the AMVETS at Granite City that held their function yesterday to help the animals, and we want to definitely thank them for that. Thank all the good people. I've got some more cards here, but hell, I don't know who to. See, they give me crap, and I don't know what's going on. But hey, who cares? Got to say also Nick Cohen. Nick Cohen, what a great guy. He wants to donate a firearm to raffle to raise money for veterans organizations. And Nick Cohen, we're going to take you up on that. What a great guy. I would ask that you contact your favorite organization and have him contact me and send a name. He would like to donate a gun to the favorite veterans organization to help get some money. He says, I get moved to tears when you speak about certain situations, and love your show. So, Nick, we're going to get a hold of you, and thanks for thinking about our great veterans. I gotta say, Caseyville, what the hell's wrong with you idiots, you inbred son of a bitches? Not the good people of Caseyville, and there's a lot of them. I'm talking about these 4 inbred idiots that voted against shutting down that alleged whorehouse, that alleged drug ring. Caseyville trustees, Brenda Williams, John Buckley, what a jerk-off he is. C. G.W. Scott and Wally Abernathy voted against shutting down the business, saying they only had information from the media accounts. Well, you don't have information from the media accounts, you idiot, when the state police, Meg-Sci, state's attorney are all involved and shut the place down. What more information do you need to shut it down? They were allegedly running whores out of this hotel, allegedly having dope out of this hotel. And 4 of the village board members, they were charged with promoting prostitution and solicitation of a minor for prostitution. There was drugs all throughout. And these asswipe son of a bitches, these 4 trustees, didn't want to shut it down. I wonder why, Buckley. Why wouldn't you want to shut down that hotel? Do you use that on occasions? Do you and your wife hang out there? I'm just asking. Why the hell wouldn't an intelligent person that's worried about the good people and the image of Caseyville, Illinois, why the hell wouldn't you have shut it down? It says, following the investigation, St. Clair County State's Attorney Brendan Kelly petitioned the court to close roadway because of its nuisance to the public. Now, you've got the state's attorney, state police, Meg-Sci, all these law enforcement agencies arresting these guys, asking the court to shut it down, and all you 4 asswipe board members had to do was vote to shut it down. But now they tell me that Brendan Kelly is going to move for seizure of the property, and if the county moves for seizure, that means Caseyville doesn't get much of the action. Why? I ask you, Buckley, G.W. Scott, Brenda Williams, and Wally Abernathy. Don't you have the best interests of Caseyville in mind? And I like what Mayor Black said. As long as I am the mayor of Caseyville and a resident of Caseyville, I will not tolerate any business or activity in our community that doesn't reflect the proud values of the citizens of Caseyville, Mayor Black said. Couldn't have said it any better. Mayor Black and the good people of Caseyville have a good reputation. Why let one sleazy, greasy son of a bitch come in from out of town, put a hotel up, run prostitutes, allegedly, and run dope, allegedly, have the state police involved, the Meg-Sci drug unit, the state's attorney's office, the Caseyville police, and not want to shut it down? You need more information, you idiot? Buckley, you're the biggest idiot in the world, you stupid son of a bitch. The people of Caseyville ought to run your ass out of town on a rail. And if you got a problem with the Buckley, give me a call. Toll free, 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. He says, Buckley, receive information from authorities that is proven to be true. We'll be more than happy to act on it. You stupid son of a bitch, they wouldn't have made the arrest. We're not saying burn the son of a bitch down. We're not saying tear it down. Saying shut it down, you idiot, until all the facts are out. And I want to salute Mayor Black and his supporters who are concerned about the proud values of Caseyville people. And there are a lot of proud people in Caseyville. When they got to put up with asswipes like Buckley and Brenda Williams and some of these son of a bitches, it's unbelievable, people. You put them in the office. That shows you how stupid they are. That shows you how stupid. I want to salute Jackie Mitchell and Matt Madosky. They voted to shut it down. And I'm sure Mayor Black, if he'd have been the deciding vote, I'm sure he would have voted to shut it down, because the mayor and the good people of Caseyville are concerned about their proud values. They're concerned about the image to the people all throughout St. Clair County in the state of Illinois. And then you're going to have four of these asswipe bastards that act like they got their head, well, they probably got their head up. They couldn't get Kern this weekend because he was up at his $1 million estate up in Macoupin County because he don't want to pay the high taxes that he's caused down here. They probably had to call him and Sprague and Bear Civic to get the okay. And since they weren't available this weekend, these no good son of a bitches. Think about it, people, especially in Caseyville, Illinois. Why would not Buckley, Brenda Williams, G.W. Scott, and Wally Abernathy, why would they not shut down a place after the state police, the MEGSI unit, probably the Federal Drug Enforcement Administration, and the Caseyville police had all the information and charged this guy with promoting prostitution and solicitation of a minor for prostitution? I'd have been the first in line at 1 o'clock in the morning to shut that son. I'd have had a special meeting at midnight if I was on the board of Caseyville, Illinois, to shut that down. That doesn't reflect the proud values of the Caseyville people. But now this has made the paper in Springfield, made the paper in Chicago, probably made the New York Times. Caseyville trustees vote against shutting down a troubled motel that's allegedly passing drugs through, prostitution, and having young minor children as prostitutes. And these asswipe son of a bitches on the board, these four asswipe bastards, after Bear Civic, he's usually wrong. After Brendan Kelly, the state's attorney, is petitioning the court. All the city had to do was shut it down right then, but now they're making us, the taxpayers of St. Clair County, get most of the burden and going through all these legal ramifications when all the board had to do was vote to shut it down temporarily until this matter was taken care of. But I guess Buckley and your asswipe idiots that follow you, I guess they would rather believe that this guy's not guilty of promoting prostitution, of solicitation of a minor for prostitution for drugs. I guess they'd rather believe this idiot, whoever the hell he is, a Papa Pete Patel, the owner of the business, posted a $200,000 bond. And I guess you'd rather believe him than the St. Clair County State's Attorney, than the Drug Enforcement Administration, than the MEGSI unit, than the state police, and the Caseyville police. What an ignorant son of a bitch you are. And the good people of Caseyville, you need to understand what's going on. You need to get rid of these asswipe politicians all over Caseyville, all over this county, because you see the stupid crap they do. What an embarrassment to the good people of Caseyville, Illinois. And the good people of Caseyville don't deserve it. Don't deserve it one damn bit. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud to be the Patriot. Speaking of American Legions, VFWs, you know what? I totally love and respect every veteran, past, present, and future. And I hope everybody understands that these guys are having hard times, these American Legions, VFWs. If you guys can support them, please do, because they supported us back in the day. But see, these guys are the unsung heroes. They didn't flaunt what they did. They went and did it. So if we can help out any of the VFWs, American Legions, any of the military organizations, let's do. And I want to thank William Hawk. He's the president of American Legion Post 199 out of Edwardsville. He said, thank you for advertising our Spring Rocks concert. It was very, very successful. Thanks for interviewing their members, and it was my pleasure. Said, we're pleased to report that your show is broadcasting every afternoon from our American Legion Clubhouse Grill and Golf Course. Yeah, thank you very much. I'd like to extend our offer for you to do a remote. And guys, we're coming up there to Edwardsville, not because you're a golf course, but because you're proud veterans that we love and respect you guys, and we will be up there to do a live remote. A few little things I want to touch on before we get into CJ Barra Civic. Eckert's trailer. Mayor Eckert's refrigerator trailer parked on 2nd Street does not have a motorized vehicle attached to it. What happened to the law that states only motorized vehicles can park in our city streets? Well, that's the law. Whoever called this in, are you crazy? That's the law. But that's not the law of Belleville. That's not Maximus Vaginus's marked pussy boy, Maximus Vaginus Eckert's. That's not his law. Are you people crazy? The Constitution, these son of a bitches in St. Clair County wiped their ass with it. And it pisses me off. Again, the proud military that fought. Some gave all and all gave some for us to have these rights. And these no-count, low-life, ass-wipe, bottom-feeding son of a bitches. And I got that bottom-feeding because that's what they call me, and it sounds pretty good, so I'm using it. These bottom-feeding son of a bitches want to take our rights away from us. You're not taking our rights away, you ass-white bastards. And here's CJ Barra Civic. CJ Barra Civic. What a complete idiot. Of course, his apple didn't fall far from the apple tree that his dad, John, read on the noodle like a pecker on a poodle Barra Civic fell off of. Interesting to read the article on CJ Barra Civic, blaming Bost for the NGA not coming to St. Clair County. I think there's enough blame to go around for both parties, people, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. It says your party is control of the state of Illinois and the state budget. Your party is the reason for the problems in the state with money. That's true. In St. Clair County, don't blame Bost. Well, I don't know if he's done everything he can do to get this country back in good shape. But people, do you understand? If we would have got the NGA, now I'm going to piss everybody off, Bost and everybody, Rauner, they would have all touted that they did it. Barra Civic, the Democrats would have touted, Kern, that they did it. But now they didn't get it. Are they taking the blame? Hell no, they're blaming everybody else. And there's enough fault to go around. And speaking of Barra Civic, lawyers shower campaign money on congressional candidate who is the son of the chief judge. Now, people are saying, why the hell is Barra Civic getting all that money? He's got over $250,000 from lawyers. You guys know why. And Barra Civic, CJ Barra Civic, the son of John Barra Civic, my peers are donating to me, which is flattering. Are you crazy? They're donating to you because it's like, in my opinion, like extortion. You don't think they're going to give money to the son of the chief judge, the chief judge that assigns all the cases? The chief judge can put a lawyer to your liking on a case or not put a lawyer to your liking that's mad at you on a case? And this guy wants to be a congressman? Are you crazy? CJ Barra Civic, are you nuts? Better keep your ass out of the taverns if you know what I mean, and I think you do. Received over $250,000, people, from 70 law firms. Now, you check any campaign list, guarantee you that percentage won't even be that close. 70 lawyers have donated money, 70 law firms. And it says virtually all of them have filed or defended cases in the circuit court where Barra Civic's father, John Red on the Noodle like a pecker on the poodle Barra Civic, is the chief judge. Unbelievable. And in Barra Civic, his father, Judge Barra Civic, what an asswipe, ignorant, stupid, political, perverted bastard. Hey, and by the way, do you like candy, Barra Civic? Do you like candy, Barra Civic? I want to know. Give you a few little trigger words here. Chameleon Club, candy, prostitution, solicitation of prostitution. I'm throwing these words out, Bear Civic. Do they mean? It's like Jeopardy. Do. We'll play Jeopardy, Bear Civic. You no good ass white son of a bitch. Yeah.
She's so fine, baby.
Like candy. I like candy. Yeah, Bear Civic. And it's going to get nasty. You people see my face, and this crap is going to get worse. It's going to be scarier and nasty than my face. And Bear Civic, don't think we're not coming after you, you ass white bastard. And your son. What an idiot. What a complete idiot. Bear Civic maintains that the real story that he's raising most of his money from individual donations. That ain't true. Yeah, these son of bitches want to flip the script. They can put $1 on the table and make you think it's 100. What lying bastards. What lying bastards. And John Bear Civic, for decades, the elder Bear Civic has been a major figure in St. Clair County's powerful political culture. And I had to put in there, of corruption, of course. Said Bear Civic in 2012, John Bear Civic, publicly considered running for congressional seat his son now seeks. Do you notice? He's the chief judge. He wants his son to be the congressman. When's there enough for you greasy, sleazy bastards, Bear Civic? But they're saying that there's no correlation between all these attorneys. And at the chief judge, general administrative authority in his circuit, including the authority to assign cases to other judges. John Bear Civic said that in practice, those assignments are carried out by an administrator who, in quotes, works for me. Are you nuts, Bear Civic? You piece of crap son of a bitch. See, they think we're stupid people. I don't tell her who to assign cases to. Hey, Bear Civic, I'm going to give you $20,000 right now, you ass white bastard, you greasy, sleazy son of a bitch, to come on this radio station and pass a state-certified polygraph test that you don't tell your secretary who to assign cases to. You leave that up to her. Now, who the hell? You believe in Santa Claus? People, do you understand? These rotten bastards throw that crap out, and they expect us. And it's bad enough that they screw us, they steal from us, they're corrupt. But it's even worse when they think that we're stupid enough to believe what the hell they're saying. We know better. We know we're getting screwed, Bear Civic. And don't forget, Bear Civic's running for election, not for retention. John Bear Civic couldn't get 60% of the vote. And what does this ass white bastard say? Well, I'm running to be transparent so I can defend myself when Romanik or Roger Cook or somebody talks bad about me. Well, now you're running for election instead of retention because you couldn't get the 60%. I don't see you being transparent, Bear Civic. You little bitch boy, why don't you give me a call? One toll-free, 888-394-1430 on the east side, 394-1190. Hey, you no good son of a bitch, give me a call. The people of St. Clair County, the people of the 20th Judicial Circuit, they're tired of this crap. I'm tired of this crap. Every son of a bitch is tired of this crap, and it keeps going and going and going. People, 2016, November the 8th. The perfect storm. Now, I know I'm nuts. I know I'm crazy. These son of a bitches have been nuts and crazy and no good ass wipes for 30, 40 years. You people have kept them in office all this time. It's time to make a change. And I tell you, if Roger Cook, I think he'll be a great candidate for county board chairman. If he doesn't do the job in 4 years, don't give him 10 times that. Don't give him 40 years like you gave the Democratic culture of corruption in St. Clair County. Throw his ass out. Give me 2 years. If I don't do hell, you probably throw my ass out before the 2 years. The Democrats don't like me. Republicans threw me out. Hell, the human race is ready to throw me out. But see, I don't give a damn. And remember, I'm not going to pander to the voters. I'm not going to cut your grass, and I'm not going to kiss your ass. And if it pisses people off, I am half nuts. You got to be half nuts to survive in this world. But I guarantee you got my word. I'll go to Springfield, won't take a salary. But with me, I'll take the guts in my belly, and I'll take all the fire in my heart, and I'll make these son of a bitches take notice. I'll make these bastards know that the people in the 114th Legislative District aren't going to be forgot about. It's not going to be about politics. It's going to be about people. This is Bob Romanik. Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio at its finest. And we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom. I would say bi-state, not bisexual. So, Kern, I'll say that. And, Kern, by the way, do you have a job in the locker room at the YMCA? We're going to have to get that song out for you, you ass white bastard. Radical Radio. That's what's good about doing your own show. You don't have to go by a script, you know? And we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. We've got a 1490 station. It's the old WESL out of East St. Louis, and we made it. We couldn't get the old call letters a few years back when we purchased it. So we went to WQQX, and we made it sports. And there's so many sports stations in St. Louis. Election time's coming up, and we were fortunate enough to acquire the services of Mr. John Shepard. He's the new general manager for WQQX 1490 AM, Hot Talk Radio, The Eagle. And it just works well with the upcoming election. And it's going to be very controversial. It's going to be hot talk. And John Shepard, it's an honor and a privilege to have such a professional radio man such as yourself. And as you sit in and listen to me, you know we're as far from being professional as you can ever get.
Bob, proud to call you a friend for many decades and a friend of the family. And I'm excited about this. The main thing, you and I have talked about doing this for quite some time. The St. Louis and Metro East radio markets are held hostage, not by these radio stations, but by other radio stations. There's so much good quality talk radio out there, and there's a select few people that make those decisions anymore. And I think this is something that's going to be timely, extremely relevant, which is a key word, and, exciting for the St. Louis radio market that some of these names will be back on the air finally like they should be. And, it's an exciting time.
What kind of lineup have we got ready for WQQX 1490 Hot Talk Radio, The Eagle?
Well, we're excited to roll it out very soon. We're not putting an exact date on it, but we're bringing Glenn Beck back to the market, which he never should have left. Also, Laura Ingram, when a crosstown radio station made the ill-advised decision to take her off, she was actually beating Rush Limbaugh in his time slot. Now, why they did that, it left many of us in the market scratching our heads. And one of the angriest men in talk radio, besides you, of course.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Is Michael Savage. And the Savage Nation will be moving into WQQX, Hot Talk 1490, The Eagle. We're excited about that. Another new old voice that we're going to be bringing on at night, right after your show. And I believe we're going to do that right around 6 o'clock. I believe 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Well, we'll work on that.
Yeah, we're working on that. Is Jonathan Brandmeier. Johnny B was on WLS for many, many years. He's now gone national, and I think it's one of the most, innovative, relevant, timely radio programs on the air, and I think the audience is really going to like it. Of course, night, another local connection, Jim Bohannon, good Missouri boy, a lot of St. Louis roots. He'll be on the air. And then overnights, we're going to run something called Red Eye Radio. It's heavy into information, weather, timely information. Not so much heavy on the politics, but we can't talk politics all the time.
24/7, right.
Red Eye Radio is a wonderful program, and we're looking forward to that. On the weekends, you and I have discussed we need to turn the microphone over to the general public. We need to give them the opportunity to come in and be a part of the broadcast. And we'll talk about that more. We're going to have a lot of informational radio on the weekends, real estate, medical. Money.
Legal,
absolutely. Home improvement, I'm thrilled that Gary Sullivan's going to be on our airwaves. He runs a real good weekend show called At Home with Gary Sullivan. DIY is huge right now because of the incompetence in the White House. There's not enough money to go around, so people aren't necessarily buying a new home when something breaks. They want to fix it. So DIY is one of the hottest things, not only on television, but definitely on radio, and we're happy to bring that back in. And, of course, that mixed in, Bob, with a lot of local news, sports, weather, information. I think it's going to be a radio station that not only we can be proud of, but I think the listening audience here in St. Louis and the Metro East they're going to be proud to have it on their dial.
And, John, you talked about taking people off the air. I remember Don Imus back in the day. We're fortunate enough, we don't have to pander to advertisers. We're going to say what we want. We're going to do what we want. We're going to be the voice of the people. And if advertisers don't want to come around, but to me, that's where I'd want to be as an advertiser. I'm going to be where the listeners at, and I guarantee you we're going to have a great listening audience once this gets off the ground.
Bob, we've already had some meeting with some key stakeholders as far as, advertising campaigns within the St. Louis area. There's a lot of excitement about this radio station, even though it's not taking the airwaves yet. And I think it's going to be a player in the market. And I really think it's going to surprise some people how well this thing does right out of the gate.
Yeah. Mr. John Shepard, the new general manager for WQQX 1490 Hot Talk Radio, the Eagle. We're going to mix it up, people, on 1490. And we want it to be the station of the people, just like KQQZ and KZQZ. You guys know me. I'm not a big shot, don't want to be a big shot. I'm not a radio guy. I'm one of you. I'm one of you. I represent all of us. And I think that's what we're going to do on 1490. John Shepard's put together a great format with some great talent. And we're going to tweak it from time to time, but we're thinking about having special guest hosts on the weekends to give everybody the opportunity to have their voice heard. And you hear me all the time. You have to earn your 15 minutes of fame, but every American deserves 15 minutes of recognition. Mr. John Shepard, last word.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, Morning Mayhem will continue in its time slot, 7 to 9, over on 1490.
I think you made a good choice in making Brian McKinnon the sports director, because he not only talks sports, he talks controversial issues. And, we don't need that mamby-pamby crap. We want to get down to the guts, the nuts and bolts of what's going on, and we're not going to sugarcoat it on WQQX 1490 Hot Talk Radio, the Eagle.
Absolutely. And, as well as with Joe De Niro and everyone else who's involved in that, I think it's going to be a fantastic mainstay.
Mr. John Shepard, new general manager for WQQX 1490 Hot Talk Radio, the Eagle. We'll be talking about it in the next couple of weeks, but it'll be very, very controversial. It won't be any music. It'll be talk. It'll be information. And at the end of the day, it'll be what we want. It'll be the truth. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. In a parting note, we will be, unless things change, we will be broadcasting live from Interstate 64 in the Scott exit whenever the caravan comes through, the military caravan. We're going to salute them. Hopefully we'll have our 30-foot Uncle Sam balloon out there. We're going to be broadcasting live. Maybe some of you veterans come by. It'll be a day. It'll be a day to remember, not politics, but remember America and all its heroes. That'll be tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. from Interstate 64 in the Scott exit, I believe. So we'll see you tomorrow. We honor our country today and every day right here at KQQZ 1190 a.m. and KZQZ 1430 a.m. And soon to come, WQQX 1490 a.m. Hot Talk Radio, the Eagle. But until then, let's continue to educate ourselves, to unite as one, men, women, black, white, Democrats, Republicans, and work together to destroy this political culture of corruption all throughout this great country of ours. Let's bring it back to where it was, where it's meant to be, a country for everybody, not just for the elite. So let's continue to unite, continue to expose these rotten bastard political parasitical perverted punks that we call politicians. And at the end of the day, cut their heads off, their political heads, of course, and destroy them once and for all. Politically, of course. No violence at all. Right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away.